Hello, welcome to Native Yoga Center. My name is Todd McLaughlin, and today the question is, can I lose weight practicing yoga? I have good news for you. The answer is yes. You can definitely burn calories practicing yoga. So today I'm just going to take you through a routine that will be challenging because I am trying to get your heart rate up and get you to sweat a little bit, but I'll also point out a couple of ways to make this beginner friendly if that's the case. So what I want you to do is set up your yoga mat, and let's begin by coming up to the top of your mat and join your feet together. We're going to start off with a sun salutation. One way we can generate heat is by breathing through the nose, mouth closed, and we're going to use our upper body to start generate some heat. But I'll warm you up slowly. All right, so let's start off in our feet with our feet together. And begin by inhale and raise your arms above your head and touch your palms together and look up. And exhale, fold as far forward as you can, whether it's hands on knees or all the way down to the floor. Take an inhale breath and raise your head up. And now exhale and come back and land in a high push-up position. So either hold here in the plank pose, or if you need, come down on your knees. All right, hold your plank and breathe in and out of your nose. For 1, breathe through the nose with steady breath breathing. 2, in and out constitutes 1 breath. 3, push strong through your palms. Try to broaden the muscles across your back. 4, good. Now touch down on your knees, come down on your belly. Practice cobra pose. Squeeze your legs, squeeze your back really strong. Inhale. Good. Now pull back and try child's pose. Bring your hips towards your heels. Bring your head down on the floor. Stretch your back. Good. And now curl your toes under. Raise your hips up. Come into a downward facing dog. Press your heels down toward the ground. And just align your feet so they're parallel with each other. And give a good strong press through your palms. Excellent. Now again, come into your high push-up position. Remember, if you need, touch down on your knees and build some strength here in your upper body. Now try to come down into a low push-up position very slowly. To make it easy, if you need, touch your knees, touch your belly, touch your chest. But to make it more challenging and to generate some heat and burn some calories, try to come down slow. Bend your elbows slow. Come down slowly until you land either all the way on your belly or hold the low push-up, and then come into the upward facing dog and come into your downward facing dog. And remember, if you need, just take your child's pose, or you can do puppy dog if you prefer. And now work your breathing. Inhale and exhale. Breathe through the nose, nice and steady. Good. Now from here, we're going to work into the warrior 1 position. So I want you to take your right leg and lift it up toward the ceiling. Create a big extension through your right leg. And now take your right foot and step forward and come all the way up into warrior 1. So you bend your right knee, raise your arms above your head, tip your head back, look up at your thumbs. Try to come down as deep as you can into the bend of your knee. Keep your back leg straight, reach up nice and tall. Good, and then go into a warrior B. Drop your right arm forward and your left arm back. Virabhadrasana B. Stretch your arms apart. Look down the line of your right arm. Look down, make sure your knee is above your right heel. And now try to bend into your right knee. Create a big stretch here. We'll go to extended side angle. Land either your right elbow on your right thigh or land your right palm on the floor on the outside edge of the foot. And with your left arm, extend as deep as you can. And align your left shoulder above your right shoulder and draw your belly in. Keep your back leg nice and strong. Reach through the arm. Good, and release. And come down with your left palm. Raise your back heel. Take your right leg back and come into a high plank position. Hold your high plank. We're attempting to generate some heat just by holding the weight on the arms. Lower your body down to low push up. Remember, if you need, just go really slow, but you can always lay down onto the belly. Come up into an upward facing dog. Press into your palms and look up. Good, and then transition into your downward dog and hold in your down dog. Press into your fingertips. Drop your head down. Press your heels toward the floor. Squeeze your belly strong. Maintain your breath rhythm. Bring your feet a little closer together. Now take your left leg and raise it up into the 3-legged dog. Stretch up high. Now warrior 1. Take your left foot forward, ground your back heel, and come all the way up into Virabhadrasana A, or 1 position. Squeeze your belly strong. Bend your left knee. Tip your head back, reach up nice and tall, look for your thumbs, and go to the warrior B. Drop your arms down parallel to the ground. Turn your chin, look over your left shoulder. Look down at your left knee and heel. Align your knee above your heel and bend into your left knee. Keep your back leg really straight and strong and bend into your left knee. Draw your belly in, reach your arms apart, extended side angle, Utthita Parshvakonasana. Touch your elbow on your knee, reach your right arm above your head, or if you're able, bring your left palm down onto the floor and extend and reach. Extend your elbow so your arm is straight, extend your knee so your leg is straight, and then bend into your left leg and align your right shoulder above your left shoulder. Create a huge stretch through your body. Look up towards your right hand. Breathe in and out of your nose. Good. All right, bring your right hand down. Raise your back heel so you can take your left leg back and come again into your high push-up position, straight line with your body. Hold nice and strong. Generate some heat. Squeeze your thighs. Squeeze your glutes. Draw your belly in. Good. Now, try to bend your elbows. Come down slowly into your low push-up. Maybe you need to let go and lower all the way down. That's fine. Inhale, press your upward facing dog, and exhale, come into your downward facing dog. Good. Now, from where you are, take your right foot step forward, and we're going to come into a prasarita position. So what that means is walk your hands around so you're in a wide foot stretching pose. See if you can bring your hands to the ground. Turn your right foot out at about a 45-degree angle. Bend deep into your right knee. Let your left leg stay strong. You might need to lift your right heel off the ground. If you're able to bring your right heel down, you could probably remove your hands from the floor. Take any arm variation that you like. You can use the hands in prayer, or you might be able to wrap around. One of the good things about this is we're compressing the abdominal content strong against the leg, and this can help to stimulate the digestive component of our body. So this also can play into calorie burn and dropping a pound or two. Maybe not in one session, but practice a little bit every day, and you'll be surprised. Also, this is probably really obvious, but just drink lots of water. Drink a bunch of water and just cut back a little bit on the calories. Slowly, gradually, let it happen naturally. We're going to go over to the left side. Let your left knee bend. Keep your right leg straight. Drop down as low as you can into your heel toward the ground. If you can do a little arm wrap, you can make a bind, or you can use your hands in prayer, or just keep your hands on the floor. Stabilize through the balance. If you have really tough knees, what you can do is stay high. Don't go so low. Listen to your body. Good. And we want to generate heat, so that's why I'm challenging you, attempting to challenge you. This might be really easy for you. I don't know. All right. Good. So continue to breathe. Inhale and exhale. We're going to come back to the center. So we're going to just use your hands, lean into your hands, come back up, take the wide foot stretch, reach out, try to catch a hold of the edges of your feet, or you could grab a hold of the big toes and pull and bring your head down toward the ground and get a big stretch through the back of the legs and through the inside thighs, working the Prasarita Padottanasana D position. Good. All right, so we're going to slowly come back up, and let's go ahead and pivot and turn toward the right foot and take your right leg back so you again land in a high push-up position. Okay, from your high push-up position, come down on your knees. Now turn on your mat so your right knee is on the ground, your left leg is out to the side, and your right hand is on the floor. So you have right hand, right knee, and left foot, and take your left arm up. This is one way to work the side plank. For those of you that are comfortable with side plank, go ahead and extend your both legs and stack your left leg on top of your right, and practice balance on your right arm. This will generate some heat as well. And ideally, we're going to bust a sweat. So I want you to reach up really strong and push down firm through your right arm. Make sure your shoulder feels good. If you have any shoulder pain, I want you to keep it mellow. Don't do too much right away. I know we get excited in January, but nonetheless, here we are. Okay, so now come again into your high push-up position. Hold in the high plank. We're going to switch over to the left side. So you just put your left hand on the floor, your left knee on the ground, your right leg straight, reach your right arm up. You can balance here on your left hand and your left knee if you're able. Extend your left leg, stack your right leg on top of the left, reach through your right arm up. If you can, look up towards your right hand. Sustain the balance and the pressure onto your hand. Strong in your left arm. Generate some heat. Maintain the strength in your shoulder. Feel your elbow nice and straight. Reach up. Good. And then release and come again into your high push-up position. Remember, if you already need, come down on your knees. You can do the chaturanga from the knee style. Otherwise, keep the weight on your arms. Keep the weight on your feet. Now we're going to go to the down dog. Press back the heels down toward the ground. Okay, we're going to take a little break with malasana. So I want you to walk or jump your feet forward and come into a squat position. Some of us, the squat might have to hold up here. Some of us might be able to touch down to the floor, bending the knees and having the heels up. And some of us are going to be able to bring our heels all the way down, and you can take your hands off the ground. Good. So we'll hold in the malasana position. Stretch into your hips. Use this as a cooling down process. You generate some heat, let your hips stretch, but focus on your breath. Inhale and exhale through the nose. Try to create a nice steady breath rhythm where you inhale through the nose, exhale out through the nose. And you can use your hands in prayer, your arms against the inside edges of your knees to pull your chest through and press your arms against the legs and knees to help open and stretch into your hips. Good. Now we're going to transition. So we're going to put our hands down onto the floor and walk or step back and lower your body down into a low push-up position. Come all the way down. Touch your pelvis, touch your chest, touch your chin. Inhale, breathe into an upward facing dog. And exhale, breathe into a downward facing dog. Good. Now take your right leg, raise your right leg up. And we're going to go to a pigeon preparation. There's a pose called Ekapada Rajakapotasana. Land your right leg in a folded 45-degree angle and try to fold forward over your leg. If you have a knee issue, you can practice the same pose while laying on your back, and you can do the thread the needle style to stretch your hip. If your hip is feeling good, go ahead and put full pressure down into the hip and expand and reach out forward. Good. We're going to transition. Place your hands to the floor. If you're on your back, you can stay there and just go to the other side with your thread the needle. If you're in the high push-up position, hold it strong. Good. Lower your body down. And on your inhale, move to an upward facing dog. And on your exhale, come into your downward facing dog. Now take your left leg, expand and reach up, and draw your left leg forward and land your left shin bone on the floor. Stretch your right leg back, work into the hips, and slowly work your way, folding forward over the leg. Remember, if you need, you can do the thread the needle style, where you have your leg in the pigeon style shape, so you can hold here. Just want to make sure that you're reasonable with your knee, and then go ahead and expand as far deep and down on top of your leg as you're able. Good. And then we're going to release and place our hands down onto the floor. Curl your back toes under. Take your left leg back and create a high push-up position. Good. From your high push-up, lower down really slow, really slow, really slow, really slow, really slow, really slow, really slow. And then push back up really slow, really slow, really slow, really slow, really slow, really slow. Press. Good. Come back into your downward facing dog. All right, so from here, step your right foot forward and come all the way up into a warrior one position. Drop your arms down into the warrior B position. Create a reverse warrior. Put your left hand on your back leg. Take your right arm up and extend back behind you. Good. And now come back into the warrior two position. Raise your back heel and take your right hand on your right knee and take your left elbow and cross it over your right thigh. Bring your palms in a prayer position and twist. So I'm going to keep my right leg forward, but just turn this way so I can see you. Good. Back leg nice and straight. Come down into the bend of the right knee. Squeeze your back leg. Press your palms together. Draw your belly in. Compress. Here what we're focusing on, as well as generating heat and strength, to get some energy burning, we're also focusing a lot on compressing the belly and creating twist. Make sure your body feels good. I know this is an advanced or more challenging practice today, so only do what feels reasonable. If you have any pain, I want you to take care of yourself. All right, so now if you're holding, keep your back leg straight. Come a little deeper into your right knee bend. Good, and then we're going to release, and we're going to try this position where we take our right hand on the inside edge of our right leg and open the right knee out. And then bring your right knee and bring it against the outer edge of your right arm and just float here, commonly known as a mountain climb position. 1, it's like plank. 2, if you need, do plank instead. 3, remember you can plank down on the knees. 4, or keep your right knee up and then take your right leg back. Lower your body down into a low push-up. Inhale, breathe into the upward dog. Exhale, breathe into the downward dog. Raise your left leg up. We're going to go to warrior 1 on the left side. Take your left foot forward. Ground the back heel. Come all the way up. Square your chest to the front. Warrior B. Drop your arms down parallel to the ground. Bend into your left knee. Look down the line of your left arm. Good. Reverse warrior. Viparita Virabhadrasana. Place your right hand on your right knee. Take your left arm, reach above behind. Bend into your left knee. Good. Now come back into the warrior B. Raise your back heels here on the ball of the foot. Take your right arm, cross over your left thigh. Place your palms in prayer. Bend into your left knee. Squeeze your back leg. I'm just going to turn so I can see you. And keep your right leg, back leg nice and straight and strong. And again, we're squeezing the belly against the thigh. Press your left palm down into your right palm. Use the pressure to help. I'm starting to feel some sweat myself. My heart is beating and I'm starting to lose my breath by trying to teach and practice at the same time. Talk and practice. Nonetheless, stay with me. Come down just a little bit lower. Keep your right leg really strong. Good. And release. Bring your hands down. Open your left foot on the outer edge of your left hand. Take your left knee, bring it against your arm, and hold in the mountain climb position. 1, breathe 5 breaths. 2, back leg really strong. 3, good. Maintain your focus. 4, and now take your left leg back to high plank. Lower your body down into the low plank and inhale, breathe to your upward facing dog. Good. We're going to come into our finishing series, come into a downward dog. Nice. Now go ahead and come into a seated position. Jump through. All right. And take a classic cross leg pose. Sit any way that's comfortable. Good old fashioned Sukhasana, easy pose, or you can utilize lotus or half lotus if you're comfortable in either of those variations. And of course, if you're having a hard time sitting on the floor, you can always take a block, a bolster, or a prop and put underneath your hips. Good. So now let's do a hip stretch where fold forward. Place your hands either on your knees, your elbows on your knees, or your hands on the floor. And just try to touch or bring your forehead down toward the ground. Slowly bring your body up. Place your arms on your knees. Use the intelligence mudra. Thumb and index fingertips touch together. Jnana mudra. Good. Self-knowledge mudra. Yoga, ultimately, yeah. Can you lose weight? You can. Can you lose weight, take good care of yourself, and aim in the direction of liberation? Yes, you can. All right, lift your chest, tuck your chin down towards your throat, squeeze your belly really strong. Let's breathe 5 breaths together. Exhale, take a big breath in. Take a full breath out. 1, big breath in. Full breath out. 2, big breath in. Full breath out. 3, big breath in. Full breath out. 4, one more big breath in. Breathe out of the nose, exhale. 5. Excellent. Now lie down on your back in Shavasana. Go ahead and let your legs slide out. Relax your arms beside you and just take your time. Let your arms rest. Good. And so here we just have a nice short but solid practice to get some heat going, and hopefully this helps. Part of the idea, generate a sweat every day. And there's this idea that if you, like when you get sick and you have a fever, your body burns whatever it is that it needs to burn out of you, off of you. And so with the yoga practice, if you can heat up every day, it's like creating a fever. And by making a fever in the body every day, not only does it help with our immune system and our overall health, vitality, but it can help us to shed maybe a half a pound or a quarter of a pound. Or it's not even just about losing weight, it's just about directing the mind in the direction of feel good. Ah, all right. I hope this helps. If you have any questions, reach out. Check out the links in description. It's easy to find, nativeyogacenter.com. Have a great day.